Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well and utilizing your time to increase your basic reading and writing skill. So today we will discuss chapter 7 of your science textbook, that is things around us. First of all, let's take a view on the topics we will discuss here. So in this chapter we will learn about living things and their characteristics. Okay, means what are the characteristics of being living things, what are their needs: food, growth, movement, their response to stimuli, respiration, excretion, reproduction, and a definite lifespan. Okay, so let's start with introduction. We see a great variety of things around us. Some of these are table, chairs, clothes, rivers, oceans, sun, moon, and stars. They are non-living things, whereas plants and animals are living things. So those things which need food, water and air for their survival are called living things, whereas those things which do not need food, air and water for their survival, they are called non-living things. And living things are often called organisms. So organisms have several features or characteristics which make them different from living things. So first we will see that what are that characteristics or features of living thing. Okay. So living things need air, water and food. They can grow, they can move by their own, they can respond to stimuli. Means what are the changes that happen around us, they respond to it. They respire, they excrete, they can reproduce, they have definite lifespan. Okay, and they can move by themselves. Excretion is here. Excretion means to get rid of waste materials from their body. Okay. So these are the basic characteristics that are shown by living things. First, food means organism. All living things, to exist they need food and water. Green plants make their own food via leaves. And about animals, they cannot make their own food, so they depend on plants directly or indirectly on it. See here, as all of you know that plants prepare their food by the process of photosynthesis, right? For that they need carbon dioxide and water, and in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll they form oxygen and food for plant. Okay, so basically with the help of leaf or the process of photosynthesis they prepare their food. And animals, they depend on plants directly or indirectly, they depends on plants to prepare their food. Second property or second feature is growth. Growth means to increase in size. All organisms increase in size with their age. This is known as growth. Growth is one of the basic features of all living things. Some living things grow only for some period of their life. Some grow continuously during the whole period of their life. A baby grows, see here, a baby grows into an adult. Similarly, a seedling grows into a plant. So all living organisms, whether it is plant or animal, humans also, they show the features of growing. Animals like frog, fish, hen, turtle, birds, they all lay eggs. So young ones hatch out their eggs and in a few weeks they grow into adult. Animals do not grow after a certain age, but about plants, if we are talking about plants, they grow throughout their life. A seed grows into a baby plant and plant grows into big trees. Okay, so these are the feature of living things for growth. Next, movement. How they show movement? See, most of the animals are able to move from place to place. They move in search of food, shelter, or to escape from their enemies. So the movement from one place to another, it is called locomotion. Plants do not move around as such, their part shows movement. So they move their stalk, their leaves, their roots grow and move in the soil. The stem moves towards the right. That in example of sunflower, it moves its face from east to west with the sun. So they show the process of movement while animal shows locomotion. Locomotion means whole body they can move from one place to another. Next feature is respond to stimuli. Now stimuli. If you sit on a drawing pin, you immediately jump up quickly. You pricking up your bottom as is called stimulus. Okay, your jumping is called the response. Thus, a change in the immediate environment then influence an activity in an organism. Means a sudden change in the environment that makes the organism to react. That is stimulus. And our reaction means organism reaction towards the stimulus is called response. So living things respond to different kind of stimuli like touch, chemicals, heat, light, sound. Through them we can or organism can respond. Now about plants. Plants also respond, but much more slowly than animals. They respond by growing in a particular direction. For example, plant grows towards light. There are very few plants which respond quickly to touch like animal do. If you see the example of that leaves, touch me not, mimosa plant, that close up when we touch it. Okay, so if it is given that the plant that shows response toward touch, then touch me not plant or mimosa plant, towards light, that is sunflower. Okay, next respiration. Organism need energy to move, grow, etc. So from where they get that energy? They obtain this energy from food. So the food inside the body is broken into energy, carbon dioxide gas and water vapor. So this process is called respiration. Now what is respiration? In respiration, food it breaks down into energy and carbon dioxide and water vapor. Okay, so it is also given that what are the things produced during respiration. So that is energy, carbon dioxide and water vapor. Okay, so respiration normally requires oxygen. Organism get this gas from the air. We call the process of inhalation. Inhalation means taking in air, and exhalation giving out air. This is called breathing. Okay, I think it is clear the difference between respiration and breathing. Breathing means taking in and out of air, and respiration breakdown of food into energy, carbon dioxide and water vapor. So by man, air suck into the pair of lungs through the nose, fish breathe through gills, earthworm breathe through their skin. So respiration can easily observe in animals. For example, if you look at a sleeping dog, its chest moves in and out because the dog is breathing. In plants also, the process of respiration takes place through the leaves. The leaves take in air, that is carbon dioxide, through tiny pores that present, and they use oxygen. They give out oxygen to the air. So respiration in plants take place day and night. Okay. Next is reproduction. The process by which living organisms produce new members of their species. This is called reproduction, or the process by which all living things give birth to their young ones. Animals reproduce their own kind, and the mode of reproduction may be different in different animals. Means some animals produce young ones through eggs, Some animals give birth to the young ones like cow, dog, cat. Many plants reproduce through seeds. See, here in diagram the doctor is checking the llama's baby shape. Okay, llama's baby inside the stomach. Mode of reproduction is different. Animals reproduce through egg or by giving birth to the young ones like humans or cows. Plants reproduce through seeds which can germinate and grow into new plants. Some plants can reproduce through tubers like potato. Some plants can reproduce by cutting like rose, henna, grapes, sugarcane and cactus. Okay, so mode of reproduction in animals, two modes of reproduction, through egg or by giving birth to the young ones. In plants it can reproduce through seeds, tubers and plant cutting. Okay, now excretion. All living organisms need food, and most of the food eaten by living organism is not used completely. So a part of food taken by the living organism remains unused, and this unused part of the food becomes a waste material, and these waste material must be removed by the body. So the removal of waste materials from the body of the living organism is called excretion. Okay, the removal of waste materials from the body. For example, urea is produced in the liver as an excretory waste by animals, and it is removed as urine. Now if we are talking about plants, bark of the trees are also a waste product that deposit outside with them. So plants excrete through taking out carbon dioxide or oxygen depending on it is day or night. It is storing waste product in their fruits, leaves and bark, and later on it falls down. And secretion. You might have seen the white fluid that comes out by the leaves or stem of the plant. That is gum, resin or wax. Animals excrete through urine, feces and exhaling. Exhaling means gives out air, that is carbon dioxide. Okay, so till now what are the features we had seen? That organism need food, organism shows growth, organism respire, organism respond to stimuli, they excrete, they can respond, they move, and one more is there, that they have definite lifespan. Definite lifespan means that living things do not live forever. Every individual organism remains alive for some time and then it dies. So different kind of organism have different average duration of life, and it ranges from a day to hundreds of years. For example, if we are talking about tortoise, the lifespan of tortoise is 120 to 150 years. Now if we are talking about housefly, lifespan of a housefly is just for 1 to 4 weeks. Okay, spider 1 to 2 years. About mouse 2 to 3 years, lion 25 years, banana tree 200 years. So it differed from organism. Okay, so basically in this chapter we have seen the different features of living organism. Right, now one more thing, that what are the differences between living and non-living things. Living things need food, non-living things do not need food. Living things grow on their own and up to a certain age, whereas non-living things, they do not grow on their own. Living things, they respond to external stimuli. Non-living things, they do not respond to stimuli. Living things, respiration is necessary for them, and non-living things, they do not respire. Excretion is the feature of living thing. Non-living thing, they do not excrete. Reproduction, living things, they reproduce their own kind. Non-living things, they do not reproduce. Living things, they have a definite lifespan and they can move on their own, whereas non-living things may exist forever and they cannot move their own. Okay,